Have you ever noticed subtle changes in someone you care about, only to understand their significance much later? In the final months of life, elderly individuals often exhibit quiet transformations, changes that many of us might overlook or mistake for typical signs of aging. But in truth, these shifts often serve as gentle indicators that the body is preparing for its final transition. These signs aren't always physical. Some are emotional. Others are deeply spiritual. Some come softly, others leave us wondering. A few may even catch you off guard. In this video, we'll explore 6 meaningful signs that frequently appear during the last half year of life, not to alarm, but to inform, support, and help you recognize the profound process unfolding before you. If you're accompanying someone through their last season, or navigating it yourself, this might be one of the most insightful videos you'll encounter. Stay with us to the end, because the final sign we'll uncover is often the most overlooked, yet also one of the most significant. Sign 1, a sudden spark of clarity or vitality. One of the more unexpected moments near the end of life is what some healthcare professionals refer to as a rally. It's a brief window where a person who has been mostly unresponsive or fatigued suddenly becomes lively again. They might eat, laugh, speak with clarity, or even express renewed hope. This sudden revival can feel miraculous. But in many cases, it signals a turning point, not a recovery. It's believed to occur due to a temporary release of energy or chemical shift as the body approaches its final stage. For a short time, pain may seem eased, and mental fog may lift. Take Helen, 82, who barely spoke for weeks. Then, one afternoon, she asked for her favorite meal, laughed with her grandson, and joined her family at the table. Her daughter hoped it meant improvement. 2 days later, her energy faded, and she passed soon after. Moments like these are often gifts in disguise, opportunities for connection, closure, and presence. Rather than denying their meaning, recognizing them can open space for peace and goodbyes. Sign 2, slowly pulling away from social circles. Another common yet misunderstood shift is a gradual retreat from social interactions. Calls may go unanswered, visits declined, conversations shortened. What once brought joy now feels draining. This isn't always about sadness. Often, it's simply the body and spirit entering a more internal, contemplative state, seeking peace over stimulation. Henry, 79, was known for his love of company. But as time passed, he began stepping back. Eventually, he told his daughter, "I enjoy the silence now." This wasn't despair. It was a quiet acceptance. Such withdrawal shouldn't be taken as a problem to solve. Instead, it's a signal to slow down, listen, and honor their shift inward. There's beauty in that silence, if we choose to see it. Sign 3, altered sleep-wake rhythms. As life draws to a close, sleep becomes more irregular. People may doze throughout the day, seem alert in the night, or drift between wakefulness and dreams. This is more than fatigue. It's a change in the body's internal timing. Circadian rhythms begin to blur. Sleep can become deep, disjointed, or dream-filled, sometimes accompanied by visions or sensations that feel otherworldly. Edward, 81, began napping at the breakfast table. Eventually, he spent most of his day sleeping, waking confused. His family thought it was old age. He passed quietly 6 months later. Rather than resisting these changes, we can learn to accompany them with compassion, understanding that they're part of a deeper letting go. Sign 4, decreased interest in food. Food, once a source of comfort or tradition, often loses meaning near the end. Appetite fades. Familiar dishes go untouched. This isn't surrender, it's biology. The body's need for fuel diminishes, and digestion becomes burdensome. For families, this can be painful to witness. But forcing food often causes discomfort. Edna, 85, who once baked for everyone she loved, could no longer stand the smell of her favorite cake. "I'm not hungry anymore," she said, not with sadness, but with peace. Instead of insisting, consider small comforts, a spoon of pudding, a sip of something cold. Here, nourishment becomes symbolic, less about calories, more about connection. Sign 5, cool or pale extremities. In the final months, blood circulation changes. Hands and feet may become cool, even discolored, pale, bluish, or mottled. The body prioritizes vital organs, and the limbs receive less blood flow. This might be subtle at first. Over time, it becomes more pronounced. Families may worry, but this too is a natural part of the body's closing down. Holding a cold hand can be heartbreaking. But your warmth, your presence, that is the comfort they need most. Even as the body changes, love remains the anchor. Sign 6, talking about going home or seeing departed loved ones. Some people nearing death speak of journeys, homecomings, or seeing loved ones who've passed. They may describe conversations with deceased relatives or say they're getting ready to go. To others, it may sound like confusion. But to the person experiencing it, it often brings comfort. Dorothy, 90, began speaking softly to her late husband. When asked, she smiled and said, "He's waiting. Not yet, but soon." These aren't always hallucinations. They can be vivid, consistent, and deeply emotional, what many interpret as the soul preparing for its transition. In many spiritual traditions, such moments are seen as sacred. Rather than correcting them, ask gently, "Who was there?" or "What did they say?" These questions create a safe space for sharing, honoring what's unfolding with reverence. Final thoughts. Every sign, whether emotional, physical, or spiritual, is a part of the journey toward life's end. They may not appear in the same way for everyone. But the more we understand, the more peace we can bring into these final days. There is no perfect script for this path. But we can walk it with presence, love, and open hearts. Sometimes, the smallest gestures, quiet companionship, a gentle word, a shared glance, hold the most weight. So if you recognize any of these signs, pause. Sit beside them. Be there, fully. You're not alone in this, and neither are they. This isn't only about dying. It's about love, meaning, and presence in life's final chapter. Thank you for being here, and for honoring the journey with care and compassion. If this message resonates with you, consider passing it along. Sometimes, in the quiet of goodbye, we discover the deepest forms of love and grace. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video, along with how you plan to apply it in your life. Your reflections mean a lot to us and help build a thoughtful, supportive community. Reading your comments gives us motivation and encouragement to keep creating meaningful content. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue producing content that informs, inspires, and connects. Thanks again for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.